Hey you guys, it's Sammy. I'm back in my Goosebumps t-shirt. I'm super hype about this, if you can't tell. I got it from Urban Outfitters. Go snatch it up. Super hype. But anyway, I'm here with my obnoxiously long 10-foot blonde ponytail, and today we're just gonna do a really snatchful look. That is snatched and natural. I really wanted to do a nice glam look. I love a glam look, especially because during the week, I really don't do my makeup that much. Like during the work week, I do like super bare minimum. So on my days off, I just love to play with makeup. So that's what we're doing today. We're playing with the Laura Lee Los Angeles highlights, and we're playing with the Tati Beauty palette again. And we're doing just like a really soft, natural, fun glam. So I'm so glad to have you guys here with me, and if you want to know how I got this look, then please just keep on watching. Cool. That was so unnecessary. Like, we're back! I love doing this. This is so much fun. But anyway, I'm here. I'm back. I've got my obnoxiously long blonde ponytail in, and we are ready to go. I really want to do something today kind of simple but still glam, natural but snatched. I think Scott Barnes came up with a word for that, didn't he? Snatchral. We're going snatchral today. We're still going to be playing with our Tati Beauty palette, but also I got the Laura Lee Los Angeles new highlighters. I can show you. There's one. That one is called Glazed, and this one is called Bronzed. And they're stunning, and I love them as everything, including eyeshadows. So we'll probably play with those a little bit too today. So let's jump into it. So before I did anything, I went in with my Josie Maran Skin Dope. Let's see if you can see that. It is 50% cold pressed argan oil and 50% cold pressed hemp seed oil. I love it. It is definitely pricey, which is why I usually get pretty much everything on QVC, because they have like easy payments and it makes it a little bit more affordable for me. And we're gonna jump right into it. Are we gonna do skin first? Should we do skin first? Or eyes first? This is like the permanent argument in my head. Skin first or eyes first? Let's zoom you in a smidge so you can see what's going on here. If you're wondering why my eye is like clearly angry with me, it's because I had like a little, you know when you have like a little bit of eyelash glue left in your eye and you're like messing with it and you can't get it out? Well, I finally got it out, but now it's angry with me, so whatever. I'm gonna do things a little bit differently today than I normally do them. I don't really like go by like steps with makeup. I kind of like do whatever steps I want when I want. So things are going to be a little different today. Basically, first I'm going in with the Wet n Wild contour stick in the shade Oaks on You. And I'm going to contour first before I do like literally anything else. I'm going to grab a Real Techniques brush. I like this guy because it's like angled and still quite dense. It's really easy to blend stuff in with like that. And I'm just going to push that into my skin. Try not to mess with my edges here. I promise one of these days I'm gonna do like a beginner's kind of a thing, kind of a tutorial, or like a super natural, like 5-minute makeup look tutorial for all my girls out there that do not go hard like this all the time. Basically, I haven't been off in like 8 days straight, and when I work, I really don't do my makeup like that. I do like a 5-minute makeup look, so when I'm off, I love to get like glam because I really don't do it during the week. Perfect, looks great. Now I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Instant Age Rewind Concealer, but this is actually like the brightening shade. It's like the illuminating one. It pretty much looks pink. And I'm gonna chuck that under and around the eyes and wherever I need some brightening. So I'm gonna press that in with the same exact brush that I really just took like 5 seconds to wipe off on a towel. And guys, nothing has to look like even and great right now because we're gonna cover it all with foundation. But we do want it to look pretty good. Cool. Now I'm gonna grab the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the shade 203 because this is my self-tanner shade and I am self-tanned right now. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the Pro Glow and I'm actually gonna mix it with a little bit of the Pro Matte because I don't wanna be like slidey. I don't want makeup like sliding around. So I'm gonna mix like a dot of the matte one in with the Pro Glow. Just sort of mix the two around. Then I'm gonna take a brush that's a lot less dense than the one we've been using. It's actually like a blush brush, but it's it's more on the fluffy side than super dense. And I'm gonna use that to just very lightly press my foundation in. Like, look at that. I love it. And then when I go over all of this with like bronzer and blush, you're gonna be like, well, why did you even contour? I promise. There's like, it just looks better. This is like very much so like a Scott Barnes technique. I'm obsessed with the makeup artist Scott Barnes, if you don't know who that is. He's J-Lo's makeup artist. And he goes on other people's channels. Tati is one of them. You guys know already that I love Tati. And he kind of shows like his techniques. And this is one of them, to do like the contour and highlight first and then go over it with just like a very light veil of foundation, which is what I'm doing. And I swear it genuinely does just come out like so even and flawless. And I freaking love it. Yes, love it. Let's conceal. So I'm going in with the Pro Glow Concealer by L'Oreal. This is in the shade 01. This concealer is like weird. Sometimes it sort of makes my eyes water, and then sometimes I have like no reaction to it at all. I'm mixing in a little bit of that brightening shade again, just because this is a bit of a dark shade of concealer for me. So this is a tiny little buffing brush by Real Techniques. Looks like this. Okay, let's powder. Let's powder. Grab a little e.l.f. brush. This is like an e.l.f. setting brush, if you can see that. And I'm gonna grab the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair. And I'm gonna set under the eyes. I'm gonna set pretty much everywhere, to be honest with you, because this is a pretty dewy foundation. Now we are on to the brows. I'm gonna take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. and just liven these guys up a little bit. I'm grabbing the Almay Brow Styler, which is just a clear brow gel. And I'm kind of fluffing them up a bit, like a fluffier brow. Let's finish up the face. I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep Bronze. Everybody knows this is my favorite. On a Wet n Wild blush brush. And I'm just going to bronze up. I love this bronzer because it's like matte, like, but not. Like it has like a bit of a, I would say maybe it's satin. Like it's got like a bit of a sheen to it. It's so pretty though, like it's just a great color and all the colors are beautiful. If anyone wants to know what my biggest insecurity is, it's my nose. Through and through. 100%. When I was younger, I mean, I still to this day feel like my nose is too big, but when I was younger, there was this really mean dude that was like hanging out with one of my friends and my brother's friend. And he was like, let's all go around the room and say what's wrong with each other's faces. And the first thing he said about mine was that my nose was too big. I was like, I hate you. I know it is. Oh man. I am going in with the H&M blush in the shade Brown Sugar. This is actually, if you can't tell by how well loved it is, this is my favorite blush. And I'm gonna stick it on the bridge of my nose too. All right, I'm so hyped to dig into these highlighters. Okay, here, let me just do some swatches for you. So this is the, oh my gosh, guys, that's one swipe. This is the bronzed palette. Like, I would use every single one of these as eyeshadows. They're absolutely stunning. And then in the summer, I could maybe get away with using some of them as highlight. And then this is the glazed, which is like for lighter skin tones. Guys, look at this. Like what? They're literally like butter. So this is the ones all for lighter skin tones. I'm obsessed with them. So for my highlight, I'm gonna grab a Wet n Wild highlight brush like this. And I think I'm gonna mix Diamonds and Glow Gal, which are these two. These two guys right here. One is like a little bit more champagne-y, one's a little bit more goldy. These are so good, guys. Oh my gosh, like I have to go, you have to go in with such a light hand, everybody, like such a light hand. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of a denser brush. Let me see, this guy, it's like a bronzer brush, and I'm just gonna sort of blend it in and like push it into the skin because they go on so pigmented. Oh, but look at that shine. They're so good. I think Laura Lee's brand is one of the most underrated brands, like pretty much on the planet. Like her products are just incredible. And I know there was a little bit of drama with Laura Lee, but I have my own opinions on that. if you want to hear them, maybe in like a get ready with me, I will tell you. So now on the eyes, what do we want to do? Okay, I think I'm going to take Soothe Matte, which is this guy right here from the Tati palette, on just a fluffy transition brush from Wet n Wild, and pop that in the crease and kind of blow it out a little bit. I just want to go really simple because I want like the lash and the lip to really be what we're focusing on today. Cool. I'm going to take that same brush that I used to contour my nose, dip into the same Soothe shade, and drag it under the eye. I am then, let's see, I'm actually going to use the same brush, and I'm going to take Aura Matte, this matte cream shade, and just pop that on the lid. Go back in with your blending brush and just make sure there's no harsh lines there. Beautiful. I'm going to go back into the Glazed by Laura Lee, and I'm going to grab the shade Diamonds and stick that in my inner corner. And under the brow bone. Oh gosh, it's so pigmented. I have to blend that out. I literally always forget and I just like dunk in and it's way too much. That's good though. I'm also going to go pop back into the Tati Beauty palette and take the Aura Metallic shade and go on top of this guy because it's a little yellower, like a little more yellow gold than what I was looking for. But that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's do a lip. This one, oh, you can't see. This Laura Lee one almost like exactly matches my Goosebumps shirt. Or do we want to go like chill? Like a peach. Let's go with the peach. I'm going to grab the NYX lip liner. It's the Suede Matte lip liner in the shade Free Spirit. And you guys know the drill. I'm going to overdraw the crap out of them. And then I'm going to go in with the Laura Lee Los Angeles liquid lipstick in the shade Mai Tai. And I'm going to let that dry while I put on my lashes. I'm going to use the Kiss lashes today in the style Page Boy. I love these lashes, but they were on sale last time I went, which makes me think that maybe they're going away, which would suck. But they are a bit long for me, so I'm going to snip off the ends. So if you've never done lashes before, if you've never put on false lashes before, always pop it on your eye first and see if it's a little long, like the actual band itself is a little long. For me, I have a hard time putting lashes and a lash band right up into my inner corner. It makes me so uncomfortable during the day. So I like to lay the lash a little bit farther in, a little bit farther out, more towards like I would completely skip this inner corner and kind of start where my actual eyeball starts. Like what is the colored part of your eye? Your iris? Yes? Yes, sure, your iris. I start where your iris starts and then I trim off whatever's left at the end. So I trim off like, can you see? I trim off like this much of the lash. Make it a little bit shorter because this lash is way too long for me, so I cut like maybe that much off. pop on some lash glue onto these. I use the Igloo Premium Lash Adhesive. I don't know. I use whatever I grab out of the drugstore. It's usually Duo. Duo is usually what I actually grab. And I'm going to put a very thin line of lash glue on there. We're not glopping it on. Very thin. But I do like to put a little bit extra on the outer corners, like each corner of the eye, because that's kind of where mine tend to pop up by the end of the day, to kind of pop off by the end of the day. Let them dry. Do you guys like my nails? I just did them. I don't know why, but I was feeling like a all nude and a black nail. And I did it for my toenails too, and they look really cute. Sorry for the side note. You don't care. You really don't. So you want to let them dry a little bit and get tacky. That's like the biggest thing, is you want them to get tacky. Popping them on now. If you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend only using your fingers. And especially if you have like a really not steady hand, I would only use your fingers. If you have a really steady hand, you do your own like eyebrows or something, and you're used to having tweezers up near your eyeballs, then go for it. But if you're a beginner and you don't have a steady hand, don't use tweezers. Alright, I'm going to let those dry for a second while I spritz my face with a little bit of the Josie Maran Nirvana Hydrating Face Mist. I feel like I need just the tiniest bit, just like a dab of gloss. I might regret that. This is the NYX Filler Instinct in the clear shade. I love all of these. They really don't tingle too bad if you don't like that. But they are a lip plumping gloss. Going in with my waterproof Urban Decay Perversion mascara, my favorite. Ooh, look, we've already got a little lifter. She already wants to play games. Don't play games on me, beach. And I focus the mascara near the root of my lash first. And try not to really coat the tips all that much, because I really just want to coat the roots and blend them with the falsies. I like it. I live for this makeup look. Let me zoom you out. Perfect. And I'll back up a little bit. Oh, I will get closer. Just kidding. So this is the finished look, you guys. I freaking love it. Like, I love it. It is like a really pretty soft glam. And I loved, once again, playing with the Tati Beauty palette. But these Laura Lee Los Angeles highlighter palettes are insane. Look at my cheeks. Like, if you want, like, these I would definitely recommend for someone who loves a beaming highlight. This is no like glow from within kind of glow. Like, this is a girl, we're blinding kind of glow. Oh my god. This one, this cinnamon sugar shade as a freaking eyeshadow. This one right here, oh my gosh. Guys, they're stunning, they're beautiful, they're buttery, they're soft. I would highly, highly, highly recommend them, as well as the Tati Beauty palette. But this was just a fun little get ready with me kind of a thing. I'm really just hanging out. Like I said, it's my day off. But I'm so happy to have you guys here with me. And if you have any requests for certain products to be used or any requests for certain kinds of looks, please let me know down in the description box. girl, down in the comments below. Let me know. I hope you guys like this. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye. My boss is gonna watch this and be like, why do you not have that much energy at work? Like, are you okay? No, I'm not. I'm not okay.